Back to the video. Now, after we've allowed the hair unit to be compressed to the scalp for a few minutes, then we proceed to move on to our next step. I'm teaching you guys how to do these hair units the easy way. So all we're going to do is cut the hair unit where we don't need it. It's that simple. It's that simple. It's like putting a puzzle together. But I made a mistake, and I'm glad I showed you guys this because this will happen to you. I need to apply some more lace glue to the front around the hairline. Now, if this was a human, I probably would use the chick bond around the hairline area and just use it. But being that this is a mannequin, I can use a lace glue, it's no problem. But if you do what I just did, you gotta remove it immediately. This lace glue is very stringy and can go everywhere and make a big mess. So just use an adhesive remover such as C22, or you can use another adhesive remover that they have on the market. They have a few of them that you can play around with and use. But then you apply it. I kind of compress it for a little bit just to secure it for demonstration purposes. And now we're back to what we originally were trying to do. Some people will teach you to make a mold and have the person come in, and then you measure their hair, you apply the saran wrap, and etc., etc. But guys, we live in a time where it's all about convenience, and time is money. This is so much easier. The client doesn't have to come in. You don't have to schedule the time for them to come in. You can just get it done. Avoid it all. You simply just cut where you don't need the hair unit. That's it. Just like putting a lid on a jar. That's all we're doing. The hair unit is the jar, the head is the lid. We're just fitting it on there perfectly. It's just like putting a puzzle together. Remember that. It's just like putting a puzzle together. Always do your best, and you're going to be good. Because the key is that hair is going to overlap because we didn't cut it. We don't cut the hair unit hair until after this process is over. That promotes the blend that we're going for. That overlapping hair is key with these 2 to 4 month units. You need that overlapping hair. Next to the hairline, that is almost just as important, if not more important. They're equal essentially because if you don't have it, it won't look natural. You need that overlapping hair. You can only go so low with these lace units, guys. Only so low. Probably maybe a 2 with the grain if you're using curly hair. 2 with the grain, that's it. That's the lowest I would go, because then you're just gonna start seeing scalp and, and these things do shed over time. So keep that in mind also. And with straight hair, the lowest I think I've gone, it depends on the style, is about a 4 or a 5. You can't go too low with this on straight hair as well. So keep this in mind, guys. Please do not go too low when you're using these 2 to 4 month lace units. But as you can see, we're prepping for the style now. We're getting ready to cut. We're just combing everything out, trying to get it prepped and ready. And yes, as the caption stated previously, the remaining hair that I cut off can be used as a frontal. So you can charge a person a whole nother charge for that. That's 2 uses on 1 hair unit, guys. 2 different services on 1 hair unit. Do not throw those pieces away. Save those. I save mine. You never know when you'll need them. Here's the secret tool that you need. A texturizing blade. Use this to blend the hair on the sides with their real hair. We don't want that hair to go too low, but we need it to overlay just enough, but we want it to look smooth. This will help you accomplish that, this texturizing blade. I want to have complete control of the hair, so I'm pulling it slightly when I cut it. I don't want any room for error because this is so important. That's how you get that smooth blend. There's no rush with this, guys. Continue to do this until you're satisfied. Generally, for this service, you can make anywhere from $500 to $1,000. That's easy. You can make that very easy with this service. And then you may have some people that want to come in and try to say, hey, I have my own unit. Can you apply for me? You can still charge them $300-400 for application. That's time and labor. You can still charge them for that. Okay? So don't cheat yourself. Know your worth. You pay for this training. Go get your money. This does require a little bit of patience, but trust me, it's worth it. I would say for you guys to schedule out probably 3 to 4 hours for your first one. Generally, I schedule out 2, and I just like to leave room for error, just in case somebody runs a little late, or just in case I may make a mistake. I have a little bit of time cushion, all right? But I recommend to do something like on your off day, or you can practice on a mannequin at home or at the shop, a family member, a friend. Put a post on Instagram, see if somebody wanna help you out. You know, if you can't find too many people in your area, put a post. Somebody will bite, trust me. Give it away for free if you have to. But as you see me doing this clipper technique, if you don't have that texturizing blade, you can use the clipper only in that downward motion though. Only in that motion, that's it. Now, just some tips for you guys. Everybody is different with how they operate their hair units. Some people are very tough on their hair units. Next thing you know, they'll come in for a reinstallation and you see it shedding really bad. They're just really tough. Some people are tough and some people are really good at maintaining their unit. That's why I give the 2 to 4 month time frame. This unit can last even longer than that. Actually, if a person takes good care of it, it just depends on the person and how they maintain it. So always cover yourself. Now here's some tips for you guys because I want you guys to win. I want every one of my students to succeed and be ahead of the game. So reinstallation. Now that they have come to you and gotten the hair unit, they will continue to come back to you for reinstallations. Now you do have some people that may try to do it themselves, but for the most part, they'll come back. You can charge up to $200 for that. That consists of reapplying the hair unit as well as giving them a haircut. Okay, so keep that in mind. And I tell them to try to do this about every 4 to 6 weeks. That's my recommendation. Generally once a month is ideal, but I tell them 4 to 6 weeks. 2 months is really, in my opinion, too long to have the unit on their head without their scalp being able to breathe and get clean. So I tell them for sanitation purposes, generally once a month or every 4 to 6 weeks max, they need to come in for a reinstallation. And as far as maintenance goes, I would say charge $20 to $30 extra on top of your haircut price. So if you charge $30 for a haircut, I would charge $50 for maintenance. That consists of cutting the hair around the hair unit. That's a talent. Most people can't do that effectively, okay? You have a talent, you have to upcharge, all right? It's a special service that you're providing. Always remember that. So the maintenance consists of cutting the hair around the hair unit and then adding any type of color or fibers to kind of keep the unit looking polished. So keep that in mind as well. So now you see me styling the hair. I didn't really get into too much detail on that because you guys already know what you're doing. I just wanted to put something together just to kind of show you from start to finish a little something, but you can add hair fibers to the hairline to fill it in a little bit, and you want to try to make it look as good as you can. I blow dried it, used a little mousse, and now you can see he's just about ready to go. In some cases, you may have to dye the hair unit in order to match the client's hair. In that case, you already know what to do. You have to upcharge. But if it's just a slight difference, you can do what I'm doing here. I have my airbrush gun and I have some color, and I'm just really putting it around the transition areas to make it look nice and blended for a natural look. As you can see, he's done now. There he is. He is ready for the streets, ladies and gentlemen. So you have seen the 2 to 4 month hair unit video. You are now equipped and ready.